So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love going to throw right away. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Love looking to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And all of that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ballgame as it brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That's pulled in by Brooks. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake. Here's May. That is caught. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Brooks is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Play action. May. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's May. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Keon Coleman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. He finds Smith and Jigba. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. On play action. Love to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Like any team play, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Ravens had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. And Owen coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and a couple. Play fake. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Play action this time with Love. And Wilson with it, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Here's Love. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Love now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, May. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
To the air, May. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Working out of the gun. Love. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. That is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He'll buy some time right. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing here is May. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action now. May. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with May. They'll roll him out right. And it's a fumble. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Love, they go play action now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Love from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Really good job there of understanding where the first down marker was and getting there. And that's something Kincaid did plenty of throughout his impressive rookie campaign that saw him surpass 600 receiving yards. Yes, we knew he was a reliable pass catcher coming out of college. Now we think he can ascend to another level.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's May. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. Love looking to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the way it's going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing. Love. Finding space at the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Operating from the gun, Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
He's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. George Pickens, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offense
under pressure, and they get to him again. Osai Odighizuwa with an effort there to earn his sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. This one deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right back to Wilson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores.
That's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 3 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because You're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got this to Pickens. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Keon Coleman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Love. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Love now. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Drake May, 32 yards. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Well, we saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Throwing to start the drive. Love. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense.
And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on